Okay, so we're going to look at the pen tool in Illustrator. The first thing you want to do is find an object under File, Place that you'd like to trace. So wherever it's placed on your desktop or wherever, so I'm going to trace the duck. If you click on it, it's got the blue box around it, it's selected. You want to lock this selection first by going to Object, Lock, Selection. Now you can move it, or you can't move it, it's not going anywhere. If you look in the toolbar over here, we want to take the pen tool. So that's the pen tool right here. If you look in the bottom right corner, some of these have triangles. That means there's objects below them. If you click and hold, you can actually tear off this menu. So this is the main pen tool option right here. It's going to create a path. So the first option is to click, and that sets an anchor point. Now any point you select here along the outside will create a path. So I'm going to select there. If you click and hold, now you can drag and get handlebars that will allow you to curve the object around it, and curve the line around the object you're tracing. So I'm going to let go, and that leaves a point there. You can see there's a fill on it. We'll fix that in just a second. I'll click down here and drag a little bit to make it fit. So look in my color palette over here. I've got a white fill on it. If I select right here, that means no fill. And now all I have is a black stroke, and I can see what I'm doing. So now I need to click back on this path so that I can continue along. And I'll set my next point right there. Now I want to go to the tail, so if I click right here, you'll see the line right there. No matter what I do, right down here is following those handlebars no matter what I do. So what I need to do is click Apple Z or Command Z to undo. And if I click the point that I just made previous, it's going to get rid of those handlebars. You can see there. So now I can trace again. So if I do a point here again, you'll see it trying to follow those handlebars, so it's not going to be exact no matter what I do. So I'll click Command Z, click on it. This is converting it to an anchor point. Now I can maybe go down here. Set that point there. I'm going to click again. I'm just following this outline all the way around. So I'll click up to right here maybe. On a curved object, the less points the better. Maybe I'll go about right here. And then here. I'm going to click on that point to get rid of the handlebars. And if you hover over the anchor point, you're going to see a little transparent circle to the right of the pen tool icon. That means you're about to close out the path. So now, once I set it, my path is now closed. I've traced the object. So I need to go get the black selection tool here. If I hover over the line, I'll get a little black box to the right of the arrow. That means I can actually click on it and drag this away. So in my color palette, I can choose anything. If I wanted it to be a green duck, as long as it's selected, it'll choose it. So I've got it selected. I can actually use the eyedropper tool as well to change the color. If I wanted anything inside of this image here, so if I wanted it to be red, I can just click right there in the red. Or if I wanted it to be the traditional yellow over rubber duck, I set it, and that's the pen tool.